Hey everybody, how's everybody doing this evening? Look, y'all, I was having a little bit of technical difficulties and I do apologize. But we're going to jump right on in today. I'm going to make some roasted lemon pepper chicken. I'm going to do some broccoli, corn on the cob, and we're going to have fried potatoes and onions. Okay? This was supposed to be my Sunday dinner, but I didn't do it yesterday, so I'm going to rock it out today. Okay, so I'm going to start and I'm going to wash my hands. Okay. I hope everybody had a blessed day. I hope so. Okay. So y'all, I'm doing chicken thighs today. And I already have them marinating. So they're already seasoned really well. And so I'm just getting ready to get those in the oven. And then I'm going to start working on the fried potatoes. So I'm just going to spray this pan. I really don't want to do a lot of scrubbing if I don't have to. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to put the chicken thighs in here. Already well seasoned. So they're going to be really good. I don't know how a lot of people feel about baked chicken or roasted chicken, but I like it. So we eat it all the time. We don't do a lot of fried food around here. Sometimes we get in the mood for it, but most of the time we don't. And you can let them kiss, that's fine. They're going to cook and it's going to, separate a little bit away from the bone. These are not going to take very long. Actually, what I could do is go ahead and sear them real quick, That'll help the baking process along. Just get it brown on the top, flip it over, get it brown on the bottom, and then, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Change your plans, y'all. And it's not gonna take that long. It just helps, speed along the baking process. When you're baking it raw like that, it just may take a little longer. So I'm not gonna put any breading on the meat. I'm not gonna put any flour or anything on it. I'm just gonna get some brown color on it and a little olive oil, and then I'm gonna get it in the pan and cover it up. That's hot. Okay. Pan really hot. Ain't that hole in there big enough in there? And you don't want a lot. You just want just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Just gonna coat the bottom of the pan. I'm gonna start getting these in here. This will help the skin stay on there. You know, sometimes when you cook chicken thighs, the skin will pull away from the meat. Do it like this, and you can keep that skin intact. So we're just gonna let that get some color. I think I'm gonna use a different kind of pan just to throw those in. Yeah, I got one. I'm not sure for roaster. That'll give them plenty of time, plenty of space to groove. And so what I'm gonna do after I bake the chicken, I'm going to put some Gates barbecue sauce on it. Yes. While we're waiting on that to rock, I'm gonna go ahead and get my potatoes. I always put something under my cutting board so it won't move around. I already had everything ready to go, y'all. Yesterday, everything I needed, I had it ready to go. And I got lazy and didn't do it. So I was just like, dang. So I'm just gonna make it today. I'm just gonna give these potatoes another rinse. They've been sitting overnight. Y'all know what was going on today. I couldn't find the thing for me to video with, and I was just like, oh God, what is going on? So I'm just making rounds, maybe a 1/2 inch thick rounds. If y'all can see that, not too thick, not too thin. Can y'all see? I know y'all probably do know how to cut potatoes, I'm sure. But I cut a piece off of the potato just so it would be stable and not roll around. So that's why I did that. But you don't have to. You just be very careful. Okay. Chicken smells good, y'all. So I'm just going to cut these up, and I'm going to get my onion cut up. And then that chicken should get brown fairly quick. Let's see if I can kick that heat up a little bit. And these are just russet potatoes, just regular russets. But that's what I make fried potatoes out of. But you can use red. You can use the red potatoes. You can use the Yukon Golds. Any kind of potato will work. Okay. And so this is going to make quite a bit of potatoes. But, you know, they can eat it for, Robert and Scooter can eat it for, you know, breakfast in the morning. And that's just kind of what we do. These are the kind of potatoes my mama Shelby makes. My mama used to make them. But I don't care what you do, it never tastes like theirs. It never does. It's good, it may come close, but no. I need to sharpen my knife, y'all. I feel like it's, you know, because this is a good knife. You just go, but it's giving a little hesitation, so it needs to be sharpened a little bit. That's all right. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I ain't even going to lie. And what I like to do is, I like to season my potatoes before I put them in the oil. Because you don't want to stir a starchy potato too much. You want to let it rock out, you know, for a little while. You don't want to stir it too much because you're just developing the starch in the potato. So your potatoes, when they get done, they're going to start sticking together and turning like mush if you stir too much. So I'm going to turn these over. Give me a little brown color on there. It's just a jump start on, you know, baking it in the oven. So I'm just rinsing out the potatoes. Rinse them again. Put some in here. Okay. Okay, so I'm ready to cut my onion. I just always put a towel or something down because these kind of cutting boards roll around. It's not that stable, but it's stable enough where I'm not going to injure myself. And then you can cut your onions any way you want to. If you want to do slivers, that's fine. I'm going to do, you know, just a dice. And so since the onions already have the lines, so I just go down the opposite direction and I slice that way. And these are going to cook down too and be just awesome. So that's all I do. That stuff is strong. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna take these out, y'all. I just hit my pan with a little cooking spray. So I'm gonna take these out. And I'm gonna put them on in here. They are not done. I'm just getting a little brown on them, that's all. They are not done. And then I'm going to put these other ones in, skin side down. I got one more, y'all. I'm going to squeeze that sucker right on in here. Okay. So, I'm going to wash this. Home. And I have bleach water. I always use bleach, you know, I got a problem dealing with raw chicken, so I need bleach. Okay, so then I'm going to finish cutting up the onion. Then once I get done with that, this chicken should be ready to, you know, flip. Once that other side get brown, we're going to start working on those potatoes. So what I also can do is I can get my my corn going and do that on a low simmer. I'm going to do the broccoli last. I'm going to do that last. We had class tonight, y'all. So his daddy took him. Because I said I'm going to do this video. And I just want to show you that you can bake chicken and it can be really flavorful and really good. It doesn't always have to be, you know, fried. Now some of them, like I got like 9 of them, so I'll do probably most of them with barbecue sauce. And then I'll leave some plain. Because, you know, my husband don't always like sauce on his chicken and stuff. I'll leave those right there for the time being. So he don't always like, you know, sauce on his chicken and stuff. So, but for me, I like barbecue sauce. And then I think I just use half of this. I don't think I need all of this one. I don't want too many onions. And I can just go down and then just, that's it. It don't have to be no kind of fancy way. But for those of you that do not like, you know, big chunks, by all means, do you a fine dice. If you want to pull out your food processor and do that, go ahead. It's your thing. Do what you want to do. I can't tell you who to sock it to. I'm just going to put the rest of this onion in here. And since I'm ready to flip this chicken, I'm done with this. I'm going to watch this come boil right quick, y'all. I always try to clean as I go. Because when I get done, I don't want to have to clean up clean up no whole lot of stuff in the kitchen. You let that stuff pile up, man. Look at here. You have so many dishes to clean when you're done. So you want to make it easy on yourself, you know? Easy on yourself. I'm going to put these all down here. So I'm getting ready to flip this chicken. You got a little bit on there, a little bit of brown. Okay. No, they are not done. I already said that. I just want to keep saying it. So what I'm also getting ready to do I'm going to get my corn simmering. And I'm going to show y'all. I'm going to show my people what to do with your corn on the cob. Okay? I'm about to show you. I think I'm probably just going to do about 8 of them. I'm just going to wash them. They're frozen. Green Giant. So they're frozen. So these are the little nibblers. The mini ears of corn. Oh wow, they cut this all great. Oh no, it's 3 of them in there instead of just 2. Oh, they're a little smaller than the normal midgets, but they'll work. I'm just gonna wash these really good. I'm only gonna do 8. Okay, one more. Okay. Now we're going to put cold water on. I'm going to put these in the freezer bag. Okay. So what you do is you take your pot and you almost cover all your ears of corn. Almost. And then you want to use some milk. And you pour until all the corn is covered. The milk keeps the corn crisp, where you still have that crunch. And it helps the milk that's already in the corn. As you know, you can get corn milk out of corn. So it just kicks up the flavor a notch. I got some butter that I'm gonna, so I'm gonna put some butter in here. And then I think I'll use a little bit of that other stick. I use about 2 tablespoons of the other stick. Because you can put as much butter as you want to. I think that's plenty. Okay. Just gonna get this on here. I'm turning down on its lowest setting. Because these pots cook fast. And you do not want to scald your milk. You know, you don't want it to stick at the bottom. So I'm going to also put a little sugar in my water. Yes, I have my sugar in the Folgers can. If that ain't old school. Is this gonna put like like a teaspoon. That's all. And then just a tiny bit of salt, because the salt balances out the sugar. Just a little bit of pepper. Top goes on that bad boy, and you let it go. Okay, so now I think this chicken is coming out of here. Yep, I'm taking it out. Normally I would make gravy with the bits in the bottom, but since I'm putting barbecue sauce on it, I don't think I want to do that. This is ready to go in the oven. Ready to wrap it up. I'm not doing a gravy situation tonight. So I'm just gonna wrap it up. And this is gonna go in the oven at 350 for I'd say about 25 minutes. And then I'm going to uncover it and let it go maybe about another 15. When we uncover, all we're doing is getting a little more brown on there and getting a little crust on that skin. So that's pretty much all we're doing. When we uncover, the chicken's going to already be done. You're just going to let it, just let it go. Okay, got that. I'm going to clean my skillet right now because I don't like, and this is just olive oil. I don't like trying to scrub skillets in the camera. So I clean it when they're hot. They call that deglazing the pan. You know, when you have bits down in the bottom of your pan, and then you take some kind of liquid or something, chicken stock, or whatever, and you get all those bits up with the broth, and, you know, they call that, that's what they call that. Deglazing. And that's where all the good flavor is. But, you know, normally I would use it and make some gravy. But since I'm not doing a gravy situation tonight, we're not having anything we need gravy for. If anybody wants some gravy, I have some from the other day I made. Homemade. So, you know, it's good. I don't want no gravy. Same part I cleaned out. So I'm going to use some of my potatoes. Okay. Let this start getting hot. Get ready to get those potatoes going. Hmm?
Who are you talking to?
I'm doing a video.
Oh. Huh.
Here's something. I'm working on rock. Y'all know you want these. Oh, yeah. I don't have not one picture of them. Okay. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. So you said about through there?
No,
That's
I got all this shit.
That's all? Okay.
I'm not the
Okay.
That's the first box I got.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna get this corn in the freezer bag. I can get that put up. Now I'm getting me another bowl, so I'm gonna season my potato. I like to season before I put them in there, so I don't have to do so much stirring. So I'm gonna use this pepper, Italian, and I do believe that's about it. I get rid of a little Chicago steak. What is this? Garlic powder. Okay. Both of these have to go back in the fridge. Here's this. Okay. Okay. Cumin. Got the cumin, y'all. I like cumin in my potatoes, so I only put a little bit. You wouldn't even know it's in there. Let me see. Oh Lord. Okay, where you at? Here you are. I got you. Okay. Oh. A small hole in there. That's about, maybe about 3 tablespoons of olive oil. Okay. So, I'm gonna hit the potatoes with garlic powder. Creole. Oh, shoot. Little Italian seasoning. I like that in there. Just a tiny bit. This is just Chicago steak. I'm not even gonna need no pepper after I use all this stuff. And then just a little lemon pepper. Potatoes can take a lot of heat, y'all. I mean, a lot of seasoning, especially raw. Because that look like a lot, right? But when I cook it and you taste it, you may need to hit it with some when it comes right out. Just a little bit of plain table salt, if you want to. So I get them all tossed around real good. Then I put them in there with the oil and toss them around in the oil. Then I let them boogie. just want to coat the bottom. You can smell it, y'all, as soon as you hit the hot oil. Oh, wow. So, I let them cook like this for a little bit. And then, once they start getting brown, then I will cover them and turn the heat down. Oh, I forgot my chili. I'm going to do another fish first, so I forgot to put the chili in. There's some of these onions in here. Where I put my onions? Huh? I didn't know. Okay. This is going to be the last toss for a minute, y'all. Okay. So I'm going to get the other one seasoned up so they can just be ready to go when those are done. I'm going to put the onions in here this time. Season it all together. Okay. Garlic powder. And, you know, when you're seasoning your food, go up high. You know what I'm saying? Hold your hand up high. And when you do it like that, you can get a lot more coverage versus too much in one spot. When you go high, you can season better. That, a little bit of this. Our cumin. That was probably like maybe a half of a teaspoon. That's it. Stir it up. And these are ready to go when those are ready. When those come out. These will be ready to go right on in. Okay, so those are ready. I can put my stuff up. But what I'm going to use for my broccoli, I'll leave out. I'm just using garlic powder and lemon pepper for my broccoli. That's it. I'm not using nothing else. Okay. So I'm going to just wash this stuff up. Okay, so I'm ready to make some more French dishwater. know, y'all. I have been asked why I wash dishes in a dish pan. My great grandma did that. She always washed dishes in a dish pan. But she had like one large sink. So I just got used to doing it. I saw her do it, and I just got accustomed to doing it, so that's what I do. I always do that. I don't know why. I do know why, but I guess I'll do that all my days because I'm just used to it, you know. Okay, that's hot, hot, hot. That's hot, y'all. Woo. My hands can take a lot of heat too. That water's real hot. The heat is real hot. Real burning. And you notice, I kept washing my tongs. You do not want to cross-contaminate your food. You don't want to use no tongs that you use for raw food and then turn around and use those same tongs without cleaning them on, cooked food. You don't want to do that. So when you're working with chicken and all those types of meats, you just got to be extremely careful and just kind of pay attention to what you're doing because you don't want to cross-contaminate for sure. So I had a pair of silver tongs and I had a pair of the tongs that I was using to flip the meat. You just do not want to do that. Oh, come on. Why you want to do that? See my okay. Oh. Y'all, I'm sorry. My phone came out of my holder. I'm trying to get it back in there. Okay. Okay. I'm ready to check the potatoes now. I'm going to use the spatula. This little one. So they should have a good crust on the bottom. Getting there, definitely. Here, I'm going to let y'all see what it's looking like. That's what the potatoes are looking like, y'all. So we're going to be putting the top on there in a few minutes. I'm going to let it grow for a little bit more. Then I'm going to put the top on. My thing is acting crazy. Trying to do what it want to do. Okay. Okay. So next I got the broccoli to work on. Got the corn simmering. I can get my broccoli rinsed off. Everybody likes broccoli. Get the smaller strainer. Do y'all notice they don't sell 1 pound packages of frozen vegetables anymore? They all 12 ounce. If they do, I don't know where they sell them at. 'Cause they sell 12 ounces up here. And it's okay if you have some water that gets in your pot from the broccoli. It's not gonna hurt nothing because you gotta, the water's gonna come out of the broccoli anyway because it's frozen. You still have to add a little more, or you can add broth or whatever you want to use. I just use plain water. We got a couple broccolis overboard. Okay. So let me wash this with my bag. Okay, I'm getting ready to be putting the top on these potatoes. Okay. I like lemon pepper seasoning just because I'm just gonna hit that with just a little while. Lemon pepper is it's all-purpose seasoning. Gives it that little twang, and I just like it. I really like the lemon pepper, so I put that on a lot of things I cook. And I'm putting a couple tablespoons of butter in here. And with the broccoli, as soon as it starts boiling, you want to turn it off. Because you still want it to stay green, but you don't want it to just look nasty. If it's overcooked, it's going to be dark. But the goal is always to try to keep your vegetables green. I'm going to use a different kind of, this top don't fit snug enough for me. So I'm going to use, Because we're going to use a piece of foil because I need a tight fitting lid and I don't have one. So, improvise. Improvise, improvise. Okay, so got my foil on here. That's how I'm cooking it. Alright. Okay, so I'm gonna get my top on here now. That's the right size. Yeah, y'all, it's smelling right. It's smelling right. And just take your spoon, your spatula, whatever. Scrape them bits up off there. Get them mixed in with the potatoes. Because all that is goodness. Just goodness. That's all. Okay, so we're going to kick this back a little bit. And I'm putting the top on it. Now what's going to happen is the potatoes are going to start getting done. So I got the corn going, got the broccoli going. I'm going to give the corn a little zhuzh. Just a little zhuzh. Another secret, if you wanted to make cream style corn, when you put that milk in there with the corn while it's boiling, once your corn is ready, you take that corn milk and you thicken it with a little cornstarch and water. Cornstarch is a thickener and it does not have the flour taste. It's not like raw flour. But add a little cornstarch. But the thing is, you got to let that corn milk boil, because you're not going to see the full consistency of your sauce using cornstarch until it boils. Once it begins to boil, you'll see how thick it's going to be. If you want it thinner, you have to add more liquid. If you want it thicker, then you add more cornstarch mixed with a little cool water. And you just stir it up and pour it in the boiling corn milk. Once you get it to the consistency you like, then you add your corn. You can either get whole kernel corn out of the can. You can use fresh whole kernel corn. Either way, you're making cream style corn, so it's going to be good. You add your sugar, your butter, a little pinch of salt, your pepper. Oh, man. Talking about good. My grandparents used to take cream style corn out of the can and put it on a slice of wheat bread. That's what they used to do with their cream style corn. And I grew to love cream style corn. I'll eat it that way too. But yeah. The cream style corn in the can, I'm not trying to hate, but you ain't getting much corn. You getting mostly juice. But you can make your own at home, and it'll be full of corn and full of flavor, and it'll be good because you got that corn milk. Do what I'm telling you. Y'all see what I'm saying. Y'all see what I'm saying. I'm just reading the comments, y'all. I got family looking. Just reading the comments. I actually, I'm trying to think what else I can do. I mean, I got everything rocking. I wanted to get this last batch in here. I mean, this last batch of potatoes in, and then come back with the finished product. But I guess I shouldn't be trying to comment while I'm on live, huh? It's only one person watching. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. Well, that one person getting some knowledge today, ain't they? Yes. Yes. I actually tried to do it on my computer. You know, I was going to do it live on the computer and see if that worked out better than me doing it live on my phone. But I was like, nah, I started getting frustrated. And I was just like, I'll just keep doing what I've been doing because it's, you know, getting easier to me. But trying to do the laptop and all that stuff, no, I was just like, forget it. So, what am I going to talk about? I'm just standing here looking crazy, huh? Well, I could tell y'all about our weekend. Okay, so Saturday, Scooter went to his friend's birthday party, and so we said we wanted to watch Candyman, but they weren't. It's not playing in the theaters anymore. So we had movie night. We went to the movies and we bought popcorn. We came back here and we had popcorn. We had pizza. We had candy. We had everything, and we was in the comfort of our own home. That's how you do it. Yes, we had a good time. The Candyman movie, it was good. It was good, but I think I need to start from the first Candyman because I'm trying to know the history on Candyman and what is his deal. Like, I don't know. They said they burned him up or something, but I mean, burned him up for what? I mean, I'm trying to figure out what is the history. Because, like, I know Jason's history. I know Freddy Krueger's history. You know, all these iconic horror movie dudes. I need to know the history on this one because, I mean, I don't know. I kind of was lost. But it was all right. It was a good fright. That's all I can say. I'm going to check these potatoes, y'all. Y'all want to come see? Let's see what they're doing now. You see that? See? Y'all would not believe how these potatoes smell. Oh, gosh. If we had smell-o-vision, I'm telling you. And see, they're almost done. And you can tell if you poke your spatula, they fall apart. You want them tender, but you don't want them to fall apart because you still want, you know, you don't want potato crumbs, is what I'm trying to say. You want to still have the integrity of your potato, but you want it tender. You don't want to just bite down in no crunchy potato, you know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop a little tiny water in there so I can get that. I'm going to deglaze just a little bit. And I'm just going to drop it with a little bit of water like that. Swish it around. Just to get them bits. See? These about to come out in about another couple of minutes. Because they're done. Some of them broke apart, but most of them stayed together. Right? That's what we want. So I'm going to cover them back up just for a couple more minutes. And those bad boys will be ready to come out of there. So let me get my dish, whatever I'm going to put it in right here. Okay. So now, also, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this chicken out and I'm going to uncover it. So I'm just gonna pull the cover off. And I'm gonna let that skin get a little crisp. When it starts browning, then I'm gonna put my sauce on it. And I'm not gonna drown it in barbecue sauce or nothing like that, you know. That's some good broth. Actually, I'm gonna kick it up to 400. Kick it up to 400, it'll cook a little bit faster. Couple more minutes on those potatoes and then they're gonna come out. And then I'm gonna get the second batch in. It was kind of chilly down here today, y'all. It was beautiful yesterday, but today it was kind of, it's very windy for one thing. Very windy. It's not too bad, but when that wind is going, and it's getting cooler in the evening because, you know, we're going to go into winter. So, I'm taking these potatoes out. I'm from the old school, y'all, and you just gotta have that crust on your potatoes. You gotta have a little bit of that golden crust. I'm sorry. If you don't want that crust on your potatoes, you need your carb revoked. Here they are. These are the finished potatoes. Finished potato. And we're going to work on batch number 2. So, let me get some more olive oil. And olive oil, y'all, it's a good healthy fat. You know, they said it's a healthy fat. You cannot fry in olive oil. You know, because it does not have a high smoke content like canola or vegetable or any of those. Or even sunflower or corn oil. It doesn't have a high cooking temp like those. I'm going to use my hand, y'all. Because I don't want all that water in there. wanna, if you wanna, like pan fry something, you can pan fry in olive oil where it's shallow. Where it's not a lot in there and it's just a shallow fry. You can definitely do that, but you cannot deep fry in olive oil. You're gonna burn the house down because it's gonna catch on fire. Okay, so stir these potatoes up. Kick this heat up. So you want them to start off cooking kind of high, where they're just really, really going. Once they start getting a little bit of color, then you want to cover them and let them go like that for a little bit. So you saw what we did the first time. So that's the method. They calling it steam fried potatoes because you are essentially steam frying potatoes. Because this right here, what we doing, that's not going to cook the potatoes. That's going to give it a little color. It's going to partially cook them. They're still going to be hard when they start browning. So when you putting the top on there, and I added just a little bit of water in the last stage, just to give it a little more sting when I put that top on there, because I want to make sure all the potatoes are done. You don't want to bite into a hard potato. That's just awful. So, yeah, you let it groove, let it get some color, and then you cover it up. And then the steam is what's going to make the potato done. But I'm just trying to make sure they all get some oil. And then I'm going to let it rock for a bit. Okay. And so, I'm going to watch this. Got a lot of goop on it. I'm going to take a peek at this broccoli because I do not want it to go too far. So I'm going to peek at this. I hear it steaming already, y'all. You see my little homemade top? It did the trick. Look at this. Look at all this thing. And I'm about to stir it and I'm turning it off. Come on. Gonna stir it. This is the perfect broccoli right here. This is what you want your broccoli to look like. Green, like that. You don't want it too dark. It just looks prettier on the plate when it's that green, right? We've been cooking broccoli to death for years. We've been cooking everything for years. just overcooking it thinking we doing it. Not even knowing, you know. We're cooking all the vitamins out of the food and just not even having any knowledge that we're doing that. So I'm going to take the broccoli, put it in a bowl, so I can wash the pot out. I love roasted broccoli, y'all, with olive oil, lemon pepper on it. And it's just so good, y'all. But in my opinion, you can't roast frozen vegetables. I don't like it because the vegetables taste, you know, they taste watery and runny. So, no, I don't like that. I'll just hit it with just a tiny bit more of this, a little more butter. This is done. Stir it up. I know one thing I do want to try is it's a vegetable called broccolini. I so want to try that. I got about a tablespoon left, so I'm just going to put that in there. And then the broccoli's ready. Give it a little zhuzh, little stir. I better quit saying that. Rachel Ray says that on her show. I don't want nobody thinking I'm trying to copycat, because I'm not. So I better not say zhuzh. Okay. So I'm going to get top on there. I had the top. I don't know where all the top two containers are going. I always got bottoms and can't ever find tops. I don't understand. Okay. Here we go. Give these a stir. It's alright if they start sticking on the bottom. Just get your just scrape, get them up. Okay, I don't need this anymore. I'm gonna put another stick of butter out here in case somebody wants some extra butter on their corn. You know. Put one in here. Yeah, I bet it is. Shoot, Kansas City don't play when it's time to get cold. Here. This is the spoon. Let me erase this off there. I gotta make sure. That's the spoon I use for the corn. I'm ready to peek at this chicken. Because I don't want it to get too far either. ready to put these up. Okay. So guys, everything is pretty much done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back. Yeah, that chicken is doing really good. So when I come back, I will be revealing everything already. Everything will all be done, and we will be plating up when I come back. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay, how do I start this? I don't know how to start this. I need to be able to save it though. Okay, I'm just gonna, let me see if I'll do it this way. Nope, I gotta get this one.